Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. High value men are not dumb. They not socially inept. They know what's going on out here. Reason why I'm saying high value, man, let's be real. Let's be real. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. It is what it is. Just like we want dimes, y'all want a high value man. Okay, fine. In fact, even though I've said I'm talking about, I'm telling y'all how to basically get y'all a good man, a good compatible man. Somebody you can actually build with, got the character and all of that. That's strictly what I'm talking to y'all about, right? But, telling y'all not to have an interest in a high value man is me telling a man not to have an interest in a dime. And y'all still gonna want it regardless, right? Okay, fine. And in fact, for some women, if they get themselves together, the high value man is the good man for them. So, okay, fine. But see, here's something. I got to shout out one of the men who actually puts some very intelligent, thoughtful comments on this site, and that's Busy Ran. And he was talking about, like, this dude's he's in a frat. He's dealing with high-powered type of college-educated men who making real money. That's his social circle, right? And he was talking about, and he knows from firsthand experience being in that world, these guys ain't stupid. And he brought that up because if you listen, let's be real, ladies. Because I've talked with some ladies about some of these level up sites and Facebook groups, and where women are trying to get a certain type of man to marry. All right? I've talked with them. And just to be clear, because I know I get some brothers who get on, see this same thing. I'm just talking about black women. That's across races. So I know there's non-black women. There are groups ran by white women about leveling up, getting that high value guy. Okay, fine. Here's where the issue is, though. When you see what these women are saying, and I've had women tell me what these women be saying in these groups. They be thinking the men are stupid. They thinking the men got that money and stupid enough to fall for some of the shit that women be trying to run on them. And I do mean shit that women be trying to run on them. We got to go hard on this. It's some bullshit. The women be talking about don't cook for them, don't clean for them, don't give them sex right away and all of this stuff. And they think it's going to work. Right? And they think a guy is just, they think this guy, preferably a millionaire for some groups, think this guy is just going to put up with it and don't see through all of this shit. Let's be real, yo. Let's be real. If a man is at that level, if a man is at a level of success, like real success, really making money, it is very, 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 very rare. You're going to find one who's just totally socially inept. Who's that dumb. If a woman wants some guy going to do all that, she better off trying to find some guy who's barely making ends meet with a minimum wage job or something like that. Because look, and this is especially, if you find one who's just totally socially inept, I'm going to just be real with y'all. This would have to be a type of person who came out of a rich family, maybe on the spectrum out of a very, very rich family, who were able to give him a nice trust fund. Because I actually knew a guy. He was actually a white guy. I knew this white guy. He actually showed me his trust fund. This dude, I was like, shoot, man, you could buy my house. He had $1 million in a trust fund and still working. and stuff. But he was probably socially, he's probably one of the smartest, street smart people I ever seen. He could just look at shit and pick up on something. He could pick it. He could read person like whatever, right? But if you're gonna find somebody dumb with that much money, it would have to be a trust fund person who I'm just be real with you on a spectrum, and extremely insulated. Extremely insulated. Because those are just the ones who come into money. I mean, were born into money. But you get the ones who had to build themselves up. Most of them come from a middle class background. Their parents were just ordinary workers or something. Most of them come from a middle class background or even a lower class background, right? You get a lot of guys who might have grown up across the races who grew up in a poor area, but they were smart enough to get a degree, get a graduate degree, and really build themselves up. If they even got to that point, they had to have a street smarts. Let me use the example, seriously, because I can relate to this one personally. When you get that type of guy, you might see the final product. He might look all sophisticated and stuff, but he had to duck stuff in the hood or the trailer park. And the reservation, someplace poor, right? Or at least someplace on the edge of that. He had to have some street smarts. First of all, he a smart guy. He had to be smart enough. Yeah, that's good in school, but he had to still be smart enough to navigate people who weren't on his level. He dealt with it all. He dealt with some women. He probably dealt with some little girls trying to get over on him or something. He's done seen it. The stuff you trying to run, this guy done seen it. And especially, don't let him have all of that and then have some degree of looks and body build, which means he definitely dealt with it when he was young. He definitely saw it. Like I say, it's very, very, very rare you find somebody who ain't gone through that. Basically, he got some social smarts. He got some street smarts. Or at the very least, been around some people who could school him if he didn't have those street smarts. It's no way a guy get out there without having it. In fact, I remember what me and a dude said years ago. We were talking about like street fighters and stuff, and he said we both agreed. Like, you don't want, like, people see these CEOs of companies and stuff and think they just some privileged punks. Nah, you get them in the alley somewhere, they'll fuck somebody up. They know the streets. I've met guys on that level. And just to be clear, not just black guys, white guys. Some of the thuggiest white guys I met were like CEOs, very successful. Like, they don't play. And they had some street smarts. They were reading situations like that. And a lot of women got to understand, when you talking about those high value men, some of the stuff you're going to try to do to get over on them, I'm like, that shit ain't going to work. That shit ain't going to work. That's why you got very few testimonies of it working. Now, yeah, you do get those situations once in a blue moon where you might get an Anna Nicole Smith, get some like real old billionaire or something. But like I said, rare. How often do you really hear about that? Usually men in those positions are worse than like the street player. When I say that, they are bigger players, bigger dogs. They'll use that woman. If they even mess with you. Because let's be real. Just like y'all want the high value men like that want a dime. So, quite frankly, the only women who should even try to run that game are dimes. Seriously. And it's to the point, you know what? I'm going to talk about that on the next one. I'm going to talk about that on the next one. Because we got to be real with this thing. But, yeah, ladies, seriously. And you know what? Let me be clear on something. Because I know a lot of people hear what I'm saying, and I know some women might think, he against us and all that. No, I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm being real with y'all. Because a lot of women want a good man missing out on a good man because they looking at all these things or they trying to get over them, trying to run game on them. Nah, it don't work. Because even on my men's show, if y'all listening very closely, I don't tell men how to run game. I tell men how to develop themselves. They might call it game or something, But I tell them to get this shit together. That's basically what I'm telling them, man. When I talk about body game and stuff. So I'm gonna be raw with it. I ain't telling you some game or some tricks or anything. You know, because I challenge anybody to show me the podcast or video on my men's channel where I told some men some trick or something or some crazy stuff. You know, and I'm talking about what I said. People say a lot in my comments that I'll let through sometime. Y'all be surprised what I delete over there. But nah, stop thinking these high value men are dumb. So anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.